Hey Denver, it's Mayor Hancock here. It's time for Friday Mail with the Mayor. I hope everyone was able to remain safe and warm during the Snowmageddon or the bomb cyclone that hit us earlier this week. It seems like the weather has shifted for us. We're going to have a good weekend ahead of us, and hopefully a lot of the snow will melt. As you know, it wasn't so much about the amount of snow that we received, although we did receive quite a bit of snow. It was the blizzard-like conditions, the 70, 80 miles per hour wind that we had that really created a lot of the havoc, knocking over trees, knocking out power all over the city of Denver. We are continuing to work with Xcel Energy to make sure we're restoring power to everyone. I think they're well on their way to completing that task within the next 24 hours. But we want to thank everyone for listening to the warnings, heeding the warnings, staying indoors, staying off the roads. For those who got caught on the roads, we hope that you made it somewhere safe and warm during the night. There were a lot of people who came together to help the city really deal with the effects of this snowstorm. And I want to just say a few shout outs, if you will. First of all, I want to thank everyone in the Emergency Operations Center here at the City of Denver. Multiple agencies came together to deal with it. We want to thank the Denver Police and Fire Departments, our paramedics, Denver International Airport, of course, Denver Office of Emergency Management, Public Works, Parks and Recreation, Denver's Road Home, Denver Human Services, Denver Libraries, and Denver Public Schools for working together to make sure that Denverites remained safe and were informed throughout the day, all that was going on. Then there was a bevy, just a lot of volunteers who went out on the streets, helped get people into warm, safe conditions around the city of Denver. We want to thank you as well. You know who you are. Too many to name right here, but we want to thank you as well. I want to jump right into the stories, or at least emails or tweets that we received this week. One of the questions we received on social media about Snowmageddon, I received from Rob, who wants to know why we didn't leave Bannock Street closed. You might recall last month we closed down Bannock Street after a couple incidents that really threatened, or at least were perceived to have threatened, the safety of everyone in city and county building. A couple cars came up very close, were abandoned, and it creates a lot of hysteria and concerns, and there were threats that were, at least a threat that was called in City Hall that gave some concern. And so we shut down Bannock, and we left it shut down for a while until we kind of had some internal discussions about the safety of the city and county building. Today, Rob, as you noted, we've opened up Bannock Street, and we have put some concrete blocks in front of the building. Some may say they look like Legos. I think they look like Legos. But I want you to know that we have not taken off the table discussion about whether or not we shut down Bannock permanently and create maybe a plaza in front of City Hall, and then continue to exercise extreme caution and safety for all the people who are in City Hall, in front of City Hall, and people who are transacting business here. So we are working on those issues, and just know that it takes a lot of stakeholder conversation, and certainly we want community engagement in this decision, and that's going to be happening very soon. We want to thank General Services, who are responsible for the safety of all of our public buildings under leadership of our Deputy Mayor, what is his name? Murphy Robinson. We want to thank him for his leadership on this, and we will be getting on that issue relatively soon. That's all we have in terms of our email and tweets, but we wanted to take the time this Friday. We all woke this morning to yet another devastating story about a terrorist attack in New Zealand, where there was about 4 terrorists who entered into a mosque while people were worshiping. And we've said this before, while people are worshiping, no matter what religion they have or what religion they're exercising, the last thing they need to worry about is their safety. And unfortunately and tragically, 49 lives were lost during this terrorist attack in New Zealand. We always say our thoughts are with the people who are the victims of these type of acts. But today, we want to remind people, while thoughts are perfect, it is time for us to act. And as a nation, as a society, we all have to act. When one element of our society is threatened, and their safety and sense of peace have been ripped away from them, all of us are threatened, and our peace and safety has been ripped away from us. And it's time for us to get together. And this week, reach out to someone maybe from the Muslim community that you may know, your neighbor, your friend, someone you may not know, and express to them your deepest sympathies and condolences for what has happened. And then maybe ask a question: what can we do? What can all of us do to make sure this never happens again? It is time to act. And so we send our thoughts, but we also send our resolve and our commitment to act on behalf of all of us, all of humanity, following these tragic incidents. Thank you all for joining us this Friday. Please make a difference. Decide to act now.